The police force was established to enforce the law, ensure the safety, health, and property of citizens, and prevent crime and civil unrest. Their legal powers include arrests and the use of force, which are legitimized by the state through the monopoly of force. Now, in recent times, there have been numerous instances across the country where the actions of some police constables have cast a shadow on the overall reputation of the Nigerian police. These incidents raise questions about professionalism, ethics, and accountability within the force, especially what happened on the 29th of October 2023 in Oyo State, where two police officers, special constabularies, Karim Fatai and Jimo Lukman, shamelessly demanded for money from a Dutch lady from the Netherlands, Morally Schoenmaker, who is a cross-country biker, not tourist, to Abuja. The shameful incident was caught on camera from the biker's body cam or head cam and went viral on the internet via YouTube. The policemen guilty of abusing the badge were kicked out of the force on national TV. Now, the Police Service Commission recommends an overhaul of the Special Police Constabulary by giving them a separate uniform different from that of the regular policemen and disbanding them in states where they are not being paid. In tonight's episode, we delve into a matter of significant concern, which is the proposed Special Constabulary reforms. Why is the Special Constabulary known for these gross misconduct? And how come the Nigerian police experience this kind of misconduct after training policemen through rigorous standard training at the police academy in the country? Thanks for joining us. I am your carrier, Clinton, and welcome to Nigeria Today. Now, joining me via Zoom to discuss the issue is a former Inspector General of Police, Mike Okiro. You're welcome to Nigeria Today. Studio with me is former Commissioner of Police FCT Abuja, Lawrence Alobi. So welcome to Nigeria Today.
Can you hear me and complete the season?
Yeah, I'll start with you maybe before the former IGP now joins us. Now, let us start. First of all, quite a lot of people, quite a lot of Nigerians, I must say, are not aware of this special constabulary. You know, what they know, whatever happens, is the police. So tell us who and what, are these special constabulary in the Nigerian police force?
Yeah, thank you very much. Special constabulary is a voluntary service group made of Nigerian citizens who are of good character, are willing to sacrifice and serve on a volunteer basis to serve the police, but mostly on weekend basis. And it has been in existence long time ago, but in recent time, that's not, I think, it's gradually been phased out. They are just meant to complement for the police. They don't perform corporate duties like core crime investigation and prosecution. They are being engaged like crowd control, traffic control, like children crossing on the road, and then like maybe when they have football matches or some events, they are being used. It's purely voluntary, and this is being done by good spirited individuals who are patriotic to render that service. It is voluntary, like I said, and they are being supervised by the police. And they go the way they send uniform, and then you see SC, which indicates special constabulary on their shoulder. So these are the things, but the uniform may be the same, but that signal differentiates them. So they are there to render service on volunteer basis. And like I said, they are good people who maybe after their usual duties, they come to and sacrifice some hours to serve. They are being deployed by the police, supervised by the police. So they are not core police, they don't perform core police functions and are not actually policemen, but they complement the effort of the police. In like they're using like just like it's a community engagement scheme where you use the community people to assist the police. The police all along has been, their manpower has been greatly depleted, and this sort of manpower to us cannot be able to cover all they need to cover. So they use them to supplement, to complement the effort of the police, and some of these loopholes, or these where there are some loopholes, they fill them. So they're just there to volunteer basis and to assist the police.
Oh, okay. I don't know if the IGP is ready now. Okay. 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 From IGP, I just want to find out from you. Mr. Lawrence here, told us about the special constabulary. Now, what is the criteria for recruiting the special constabulary into the police?
For me, I'm ready very well. Hello.
Some of these special constabulary into the police force.
Criteria for recruiting special constabulary. The special constabulary was established by criminal masters to show up the shortage in the police at that time. People who were supposed to be special constabularies were civil servants and workers who had to give protection to the police. And then they were recruited and trained and worked with the Nigerian police force. Then they are not people who are not employed. They're people gainfully employed who give their time and contribute quota to security of the nation at that time. Unfortunately, time you see people who are unemployed who find their way to the special constabulary, and the reason for which they were established by criminal masters is not followed now. They got away and do things that are extraordinary and are linked to what they're supposed to do. I remember when I was Major of Police, I recommended that the special constabulary should be either scrapped or trained and give special uniform to identify them by the public as different from members of the police force. Or they should change their uniform. So along the line, the approval, I didn't get approval for that. I did this because when I was having reports of untold actions by special constabulary. And members can differentiate between members special constabulary and members of the Nigerian police force. So I felt to have this decision, we should have a deep uniform or something to divide them and different from the police. So I tried to establish spy for them, to put a spy label on their dresses. We found out they were doing things that they were on to. They were giving the police a bad name. People didn't know the difference.
In recent time, how would you assess their performance in recent time? Because there's been a lot of, will I say, people who have been saying quite a lot of things that they've been doing. And even while we were doing our introduction, we gave you an example of something that was that happened, an incident that happened, that two of the special constabularies were involved. So tell us, in your own assessment, how would you assess their performance in recent time?
Please. Hello. I can't hear you.
Like assess the performance of these special constabulary, because quite a lot of things have been, happening, and people have been complaining seriously. People really don't know the difference. Everybody, they just, like I told you earlier, people will say, "Oh, it's the police."
Sure.
So,
sure.
how would you assess their performance in recent?
I think, so for now, based on reality on ground, these constabulary are not everywhere in every command now as it used to be. Because it's localized. They're being recruited locally by the commissioner of the DA, commander of DPO, and they're being trained and given orientation on what I want to do. Like I said, they're public servants who run their services like weekend and so forth. So it is leadership determined followership. They ought to be supervised by the police officers, right? But when the officers themselves probably are not showing, they don't have interest, they don't supervise them, they're bound to be the role. So it is also, the blame also go to the police institution. You see, and you see, this reform should not just be changing the uniform. Uniform alone does not make you a police officer. It's a character. And that character is based on capacity building, training over time, orientation and so forth. And training is continuous, both on the job and so forth. So I think their performance has not been very good in the same time, like this is what you mentioned. And like I said, it's a national program so far. It used to be in those days. Those days, like during weekend, when there are football matches, there are events, they report to the DP area commander who deploys them and give them briefings of engagement and addresses them. But now it doesn't exist. It is just sort of few states that have these programs now. But first, I don't think they're not doing very well. And like I said earlier, change and then reform should not just be the inspector constable is a micro unit of the police, a micro police institution. So it has to be holistic reform that both the police officers who ought to supervise them, collaboration between followership. Even if supervising me don't know what we are doing, even what am I going to, what are you going to impart on me, how can you supervise me? So both, I think I would suggest there should be holistic reform of the police itself. And then also, which also include the constabulary. So if this is done, the officer will know what to do and how to go about it. The capacity building of the police officers themselves, and what's the other role, what supervisory role, even in the police itself. Supervision has almost gone down, has been abandoned. People officers don't supervise officers. At times when I drive out, I see officers wearing slippers, wear what they like, type of uniforms, and they dress anyhow. This is a lack of supervision. So if the police can supervise itself, can supervise police constabulary. So I think it needs reform because it has to be holistic. The police itself, and of course, the constabulary. Because the police is the image of it's the police that you see for you to identify the real government, how efficient the government is. It's from the public and the police. Law enforcement is key and central. And law enforcement is politically it is basically what value is that law enforcement? The purpose of law is to gather common behavior. And even these rules and regulations are not being followed. They're doing the real, like human rights abuse, that is you cite it. And then again, society itself. You see, you can't just call singing out to constabulary police. The entire system is corrupt. The system is systemic, from the top to the lowest level. It is even in that culture of rendering service, culture of adding value, culture of performing. How can I perform? How can I contribute? That is better. But now everything is like commercializing our service. Everything we want to get money from people in all of facets of society. It's not just the constabulary of the police. The general society itself, that this government, I hope that the renewed agenda of Mr. President will give us a renewed hope, a new character for everybody, all of us. We are all guilty of this. So I think it's systemic. So we really have to look at it, not just singling out a micro unity, the macro police institution. The police institution requires total reform. Unfortunately, there are committees. Okay. The mandate committee.
We'll come to that.
Okay, thank you,
Mr. Lawrence. We'll take a break now, and we'll take a look at a clip of what one of the issues that brought about this recommendation of overhaul, as put together by Thomas Ogbetere. Stay with us.
How are you?
Hello.
Hello.
How is everything?
Everything is fine.
From where?
Netherlands.
Eh?
Netherlands.
Now you come? What do you bring up? See the eh? Oh, interfering. Where they go?
Abuja.
Abuja?
See.
What you Abuja didn't know.
How are you?
Give me something.
Everything. Everything is fine.
Family.
Huh?
How's family?
Good.
Family is good.
This water.
Give me more.
What till you bring come?
Huh?
What till you bring come? I say what till you bring come?
What you want give me? Hey, wait till now. What you want give me? Oh yeah, give me something. Oh yeah, give me something now. Give me something.
You give me something.
Give me money. Money.
Money. Why?
Give me.
Why?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Okay. Bye-bye.
We don't condone extortion. We don't condone corruption. I have reviewed the other room conducted for them an appropriate punishment meted out to them.
Welcome back. This is still Nigeria Today, and we're looking at the proposed special constabulary reforms. And I have two gentlemen with me, one via Zoom, and of course one here in the studio. So we'll go to you, Mr. Okiro. Okay, it's not available yet. Now you had the clip that was just shown to you. What does this? Looking at the Police Service Commission, of course, have recommended that there should be an overhaul, and of course, disbandment of some of these outfits in some areas where they are not being paid. Now, what would you say to that? Because I heard when you were talking about the total overhaul, not just the special constabulary,
sure.
Okay, and not just the uniform, the change of uniform.
Sure.
So, what would you say to this? They've called for total overhaul and disbandment of some of the people that are not being paid. But you just said they are volunteers.
They are volunteers, yes, on volunteer basis. Actually, they are not being paid. I mean, they are, at most, maybe they can give them allowances. But not like a salary, monthly salary, or so forth. No, they are being. It ought to be on volunteer basis, but they can be given allowances if they can afford that. Like I said, what this clip we just saw now is very embarrassing to the country, the police itself, and the nation in general. And like I said earlier too, this issue of corruption is not just the constabulary of the police itself. It permeates the whole facet of Nigerian society. You know, we see we have commercialized service. We don't take joy in rendering service. We don't take joy in doing our job. We think that everything you do, anybody must give you money. That which is not a very good culture, very good attitude. Service is the purpose of life, like I've always said. For therefore giving it fulfillment. You see, like you say, when you and I in this room now, we're breathing free oxygen. Inanimate object. Nobody go to prepare oxygen to blow for us to breathe. You know, but the sun is shining, rain is falling, and so forth. So we humanity, we are the Homo sapiens, the only creature that God has spirit in him, man created God in his image and likeness. God gives us service 24/7, but we don't want to give service. We don't want to make service when we are being paid, giving money. I think when we change this attitude, wherever you are, render service. It will be good for this country, it will be good for all of us. And it will give a sense of fulfillment being the purpose of life. And service attracts bounties. When you serve, it brings bounties to you. But some people will think maybe materialism, grab mentality, this attitude of acquisition of wealth, and they see power as ultimate, which is not the best. So we should begin to orientate our people. For me, I recommend what I call democratic policing. It's the type of government in the country determines the type of policing. And this is lacuna, in the sense that there's no national framework or strategy on policing and law enforcement. So policing now becomes all commerce affairs, you know. So there's a framework that guides who does what, how it is done, also engagement and so forth, and effective supervision. And again, there's a problem of mentorship in the police. Mentorship is also lacking. So this mentorship, they also, it will impart on others, translate to others, and that will bring up the desired reform and more before us.
Okay, I will have to stop you here, Mr. Lawrence, so that Mr. Okiro can also, he's available now. So, Mr. Okiro, you mentioned the change of uniform, like during your time you said they should change their uniform so that people will know the difference. And the Police Service Commission also have recommended that there should be an overhaul of the system of the Special Constabulary, and also he called for disbandment of the Special Constabulary unit in areas where they are not being paid. So what would be your recommendation beyond just changing the uniform? What are your recommendations in ensuring that we have sanity in the police force?
For have sanity, police force, apart from reorientation, special for them, not a situation where somebody, police goes knowing the do's and don'ts of the job. A situation where they think they have to turn the police to make way to do some things with people, and they do that are illegal. They do not know what's legal, because trained. So they trained. They need to be reorientation and recruitment. You see us people wearing uniform, their special constabulary. What they don't know is about police duties. They don't know to do about this job. Or they think they will put on the uniform for a policeman. They're not. Police has more than wearing uniform. Need to be trained.
Okay, it's like we've lost him there. Okay. Okay, so what will be your final thought on this issue? Because at the end of the day, the image of the country is at stake. Just what happened, it's very, very embarrassing. From a foreigner that came into the country. I wonder what kind of impression she has about Nigeria going, back to her country. So what will be your final thought?
Already the image of the police is really battered, and that reforms are meant to improve what is and what ought to be. And like I said, this reform should be holistic. There are previous reforms that have been carried out by Mandami, Md Yusuf, and Sani, and they give a very good recommendation, but they have not been implemented. The government itself has not developed that political will to implement some of these reforms. And again, either there are people who deliberately ensure that these things are not done, they are frustrating the reform, or even the police itself too has not really developed the political will too, and they have to assert to say we need this and stand up for this reform. Because you need to be concerned about how do I improve myself? And every IG should be concerned about how to make a difference, how to make a mark and leave a legacy, how to impact on the police. You should not come and leave the police the way it is, or maybe get things worse. So I think the leaders of the force to have a duty to ensure that they drive this process and make sure they follow the government, drive this process, and ensure it is implemented. And conquer fear. Some of them have been some of the police officers at top level when they want reform, because, like, for instance, look at what happened between the past some years, but between Police Service Commission and the IG, when there was a conflict about recruitment and so forth. So I think the police has to be reformed holistically, and also the conception of constabulary, not just uniform, training, capacity building. The police itself in terms of capability, it is down the ebb. It's down there. It's really most driven.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And that's where we draw the curtain for today's episode of Nigeria Today. But I want to say a very big thank you to the former Inspector General of Police, Mike Okiro, that joined us via Zoom. Thank you very much for coming to Nigeria Today. And also thank you to the former retired Commissioner of Police, FCT Abuja, Lawrence Alobi, thank you so
Thank you for
much
having me.
for your thoughts.
I hope the government, hope they will listen.
They will. And thank you for being part of the program. Don't forget Nigeria Today weekday at 7:30 p.m. on the NTA News 24. You can also watch this episode and other episodes on www.youtube.com/NTA News 24 Hub. Once again, thank you for watching. I am your carrier, Clinton. Goodbye.